Hey, todo va a estar bien, papa. Hey.
Look at that shit.
Oh my fucking God, bro.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, why the fuck are you choking him, dog?
Hey, look at that. Hey, he's choking him. Hey, look, hey, I'm not doing shit. Hey, I'm recording. Hey, it's all being recorded, pa. It's all being recorded. Dale. I'm not doing anything. I'm right here on the curb. What you gonna do? Nigga ain't put the fucking bags down. Niggas, you ain't gonna do shit. Hey, déjalo. Hey, just let it be. Déjalo, papa. Papa, déjalo. Está bien, déjalo. Déjalo.
Bitch-ass niggas. Bitch-ass niggas. They ain't shit here. Go back to your city, nigga. Go back to your fucking city.
Boy, they look like swiper no swiping, minus the no. Now, this is what happens when you obviously break the law, but this is also what enforcement looks like when it's not performing for the news. You know, agents on the street in Inglewood putting people who shouldn't be here in the back of the Border Patrol vehicles. No hesitation either, man. I'm telling you, you seem swiftly, boy. My boy name is Taylor. But it's just a job getting done in front of whoever wants to film it. Now, I want you to watch the people who claim that they hate borders create one the second it benefits them.
Do you think America should have borders?
Probably not.
So can I enter into your encampment here? Why not? I can't enter into the encampment, but America shouldn't have borders. Why should you have a border if America shouldn't have a border?
Okay, all right, there's a border in the United States, right? But that is a separate issue than actually what we're doing to people who are here.
Well, I mean, if we shouldn't have borders, I should be able to come in, right? I thought we didn't believe in borders. Do we only believe in borders when it's convenient for you? Why do they only believe in borders defending their encampment, but not to the United States?
You're asking two different things. You're asking about immigration?
Well, this is a border right here. These men, large men, are acting as a wall. Isn't that exactly what the United States does?
Okay, so this is for families who've been impacted, right?
Well,
from ICE.
haven't Americans been impacted by illegal immigration?
Your argument is a straw man, okay? You're using a straw man.
American citizens have been killed by illegal immigrants, though, right?
All right, so we have borders. That's fine.
So we have more people acting as a border here in front of the anti-border, anti-ICE protest at Delaney Hall. Does America have a right to borders?
What is your problem with understanding a decision that we've made?
Well, this is public property.
A decision that we have made. Thank you.
But you're on public property.
Thank you. A decision that we have made.
Are you the border czar? Is this the border czar of Delaney Hall? Oh, this is the border czar of Delaney Hall.
You know, man, they linked arms and built a wall to keep one man out of that camp, from under that tent. Same group that calls ICE the problem literally just proved they understand exactly why borders exist. Literally. You know, they just only want them when it's their space on the line. Now, same energy shows up in Ohio the moment temporary status runs out.
Suits. Their best bet legally is that we can get.
No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome, say. No ICE, no KKK. No KKK, no fascist USA. No ICE. No ICE.
So Haitians reporting the ICE after TPS ended. And you got these protesters out there. So the protection obviously ended and the court upheld it. So they report to ICE while the crowd outside treats the law like an optional suggestion, right? I mean, you know, ICE is doing exactly what the paperwork requires. Now, you know, the noise outside is just people who never planned on the temporary part actually being temporary. Yeah. When the recording stops being observation and starts becoming interference, the response changes pretty quickly.
The woman in that video is speaking exclusively to New York One. Linda Wolf says she was recording an ICE operation in Inwood Thursday when a masked federal agent sprayed her with a chemical irritant.
You get out of my face now.
Why? You just maced me.
I'm gonna do it again.
He was walking towards me, and I was like, he's not going to mace me.
Wolf had confronted a tow truck driver who arrived after two vehicles used by federal agents appear to have had flat tires.
You're helping them.
Shut up, I'm doing my job. This is a job that I have.
Seconds later, the agent walked toward Wolf and sprayed her. She says her sunglasses partially protected her eyes, and the adrenaline kept her recording the scene on her phone.
It was all over my hair, my face, my lips, and my clothes, my hands.
By Friday, Wolf was back on the so-called ICE watch, this time in Elmhurst. The Upper West Side resident and other volunteers track immigration enforcement reports, warn neighbors, and document agents.
We're training them to document. Stay back, document.
In Inwood, City Council member Carmen De La Rosa spent the day handing residents pamphlets with information so they know their rights.
The fear is real. We can feel it here in our community as we are a majority immigrant community.
De La Rosa says that's why she's taking the information directly to residents, hoping they're prepared before ICE shows up at their door.
I'd be very cautious, and for myself, my family members.
Every day there's a sighting of some sort. Yesterday's escalation I felt was not normal.
For Wolf, Thursday's confrontation is now heading to court. She plans to sue and says being sprayed won't stop her from documenting future ICE operations.
This isn't violent. We're not violent.
And the Department of Homeland Security did not respond to this incident, but in a separate response criticized the state's policies limiting cooperation with federal authorities. In Queens, Louis Finley, New York One.
So she moved in close while agents were working. This is, you know, the 72-year-old woman right here, just claiming a victim route. But the warnings came first. She stayed in the way. Spray was the result of her decision. Not some random act of cruelty, right? ICE is not required to pause an operation because someone wants to film from inside the work zone. Man, after watching real street level pressure, watch what happens when the pressure reaches the people right in the coverage.
So, quick question for you, real quick. So, it seems like a lot of the questions that you were asking, it doesn't seem to like address the issue, the actual issues in the. Dude, don't touch me, bro. Don't touch me, bro. No. I'm just asking, like, you know, because there's an increase in crime in the area. It seems like there's a lot more of a problem here. The questions almost seemed like you were trying to turn him into a victim. Do not touch me.
Back up.
Do not touch me.
Dude, back up.
Back up. Do not
back up.
Dude, get the fuck off of me now!
Back up. Back up. It ain't gotta be like that. Just back up.
You do not fucking touch me, okay?
Back up.
You back up, bro. Right now.
Ain't what it gotta be.
Hold on, y'all. Give me a second.
So, quick question for you, real quick. So, it seems like a lot of the questions that you were asking, it doesn't seem to address the issue.
Okay, so he walked up and asked questions about the reporting. Her response was, to basically call the police, call security for units for a conversation. When the story came up under direct questioning, the first move is to treat the citizen as the threat. My God, Nick Sorterham. He said, I confronted an MSNBC reporter in Springfield, Ohio. After questioning her coverage, she called the police and 4 units responded. Americans are tired of the media's divisive rhetoric and aren't buying it anymore. I figured I'd read that because I know y'all was missing some context in my response. Now, this one steps away from the rage, right? And into something closer to home.
Santos has lived in the United States for 3 years. She's been raising her children on her own since January, after her husband was deported.
Porque yo pensé que me iba a quedar más tiempo aquí en este país.
She tells me she wanted to stay in the country longer and have better education for her kids. Goa Santos says ICE agents contacted her over the phone and gave her an option to either be detained or self-deport. She believes leaving is the best choice for her family.
Porque a mí no me gustaría ver que a mis hijos.
She says, I don't want my kids to see someone come into the house with a gun or have them or her be handcuffed. Goa Santos plans to make the most of her last few days she has here. She still says she has plenty to be grateful for. She's thankful to God, for her kids and family. I asked her what she'll miss most about being here in the U.S.
Las personas.
The people, she tells me. She's grateful for the kind people she's met and the calmness that Tucson's brought her.
So, Colombian mother self-deported. Her husband gets detained and wife packs one bag, gathers the kids, and leaves on her own. No big raid on the house. She, no kids, watching the handcuffs, one arrest, and the rest of the family chooses to go. That's the part the cameras never celebrate, right? The quiet efficiency that saves the country money and trauma at the same time. So let's look at the full run. Agents grabbing people off the street. Protesters building borders they claim to hate. Temporary status ending in an outrage. Starting right on cue. People stepping into active operations and getting the response they earned. Media fold in a second, real questions actually show up. And finally, a family that reads the room and leaves without forcing a scene, right? ICE isn't the villain in any of these clips. The resistance to basic enforcement is. When the law starts carrying weight again, some people scream, some people film, and some people simply just pack their bag. If they get that option. Be glad you got that option. So, well, I will say also the last group is the one that actually understands the new reality. But if you made it to the end of this video, I want you to write enforce in the comments. Their hands are on what is evil to do it skillfully. This is Micah 7:3. Y'all be safe. Go check with somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.